class. Today we are moving into Lesson 2. We are going to learn about the main parts of a flower and the function of each of those parts. Let's look at our objectives or goals for Lesson 2. First, you will learn to describe the importance of flowers to plants. Then, you will learn about the function of the sepal, pistil, stamen, and pollen. Last, you will label the four main parts of a flower on a diagram. Let's begin by thinking about why flowers are important. You've seen flowers around before. You probably thought some of them looked nice, they smell nice, but have you ever wondered what the purpose of flowers might be? Flowering plants need flowers to make seeds that grow into new plants. If you remember from our last lesson, there are two main types of plants. One group of plants make seeds. In that group, there are flowering plants which need the flowers to make those seeds. Pause the video here and write down this answer to question 1. Let's talk about the parts of a flower. Most flowers have 4 main parts. So that's what you should write for question 2. Flowers have 4 main parts. Let's learn what they are. If you look at the flower in this picture, it has a green leaf-like part of a bud, which is called the sepal. The sepal covers and protects the bud until it is ready to bloom. So in your notes, next to sepal, write covers and protects the bud. When you look at a flower, most of us probably notice the petals first. The petals are the colorful part of a flower. They attract bees, butterflies, birds, and other creatures that will pollinate the flower. The long stem-like structure in the center of the petals is the pistil. The pistil is the part of the flower that makes the eggs that will form into seeds when combined with pollen. Go ahead and write that in your notes. Just below the 5 knobs at the top of the pistil, you will notice the cluster of stamens. The stamens make pollen. Pollen is tiny grains that will make seeds when combined with a flower's egg. Pause here and write what the stamen and the pollen do in your notes. Flowers with fewer than 4 parts. Although most flowers have sepals, petals, stamens, and at least 1 pistil, not all flowers have these parts. If you look at the corn plant in the picture, notice that it has 2 types of flowers on the same plant. The top part of the corn is the corn flower, called the tassel. This part has stamens, but no pistil. The ear of corn at the bottom of the plant forms from the plant's second flower, which has a pistil but no stamens. Let's review the parts of a flower by completing this diagram. Make sure you turn to this page in your notes. One important part of a flower is the petals. The petals attract insects and other pollinators. Other important parts of a flower is the pollen and the stamen. The stamen provides support. The sepals are another part of the flower we learned about today. Sepals formally protected the flower bud before the flower opened up. Lastly, we talked about the pistil. Pollen travels through the pistil on its way out of the plant. Some other parts you'll notice on this diagram are the stigma, which trap pollen, and the ovary, which contains egg cells. That's all for our lesson today. Thanks for joining us.